Komm mit mir. Ja, schon. Warte mal. Stream. Will mir jetzt verarschen. Hab jetzt wegen dir extra dieses. Ich habe wegen dir extra dieses Scheißspiel gekauft und heruntergeladen. Warum? Aha. Bruder, mir fällt kein Titel ein. Frag mich nicht, Bibo. Bibo, bleib im Stream. Es wird jetzt spannend. Ein Horror-Game mitgespielt. Admin hat Schiss zuzuschauen. Nein, Spaß, alles gut. So. Jetzt gehen wir rein, Junge. Yeah.
Welcome to the Freddy Fazbear Virtual Experience. Fazbear Entertainment is excited to join the digital age, and what better way to do that than with an edge-of-your-seat virtual reality experience.
Ich kann vielleicht morgen bei Admin. Der was das für ein Horror-Game. Wir haben jetzt ein
We
Horror-Game
know that Fazbear
gekauft.
Entertainment has
the
developed
credits.
something of a bad reputation over the last few decades, and while it's true that
what?
some stories associated with our
Karin.
name were loosely based on actual events, the majority of them were total fabrications from the mind of a complete lunatic. Lawsuits pending. But we aren't above laughing at ourselves. Ha ha ha. That's why we have recreated many of these completely fictitious scenarios, lies that you've been fed over the last several years, into a hilarious VR game, in the hopes that we can finally move past these childish ghost stories and develop a new relationship with you, as well as your kids. Don't forget the merch, perfect for birthdays. So sit back and enjoy a few scares. We do, however, ask that you agree to a simple... You acknowledge that Fazbear Entertainment is not responsible for accidental digital consciousness transference, real-world manifestations of digital characters, nightmares, night terrors, night sweats.
Was? Wegen was? Wegen was?
Welcome to the Freddy Fazbear Virtual Experience.
Okay.
Use the console in front of you to navigate the menu
ich weiß.
and pick one of
Nacht
the
1, wir starten Nacht 1, Bibo. Wir starten Nacht 1, let's go mit dem Horror-Game. Okay, fortsetzen. Lockdown. Ah ja, fix. Trotzdem. Okay. Nein, nur für heute und gestern.
To help you get settled in on your first night. I actually worked in that office before you. I'm finishing up my last week now, as a matter of fact, so I know it can be a bit overwhelming. But I'm here to tell you there's nothing to worry about. You'll be fine. So let's just focus on getting
Nichts, diese Empfindlichkeit, Jungs.
Let's see. First, there's an introductory greeting from the company that I'm supposed to read. It's kind of a legal thing, you know.
Aha, da steht noch. Einer ist weg, einer ist verschwunden.
Fazbear Entertainment is not responsible for damage to property or person. Upon discovery that damage or death has occurred, a missing person report will be filed within 90 days as soon as property and premises have been
Bibo, ich hab Angst.
bleached and the carpets have been replaced.
Oh.
Blah, blah, blah. Now, that might sound bad, I know, but there's really nothing to worry about.
Ich hab was gehört, ich schwöre auf alles. Ich schwöre auf alles. Oh mein Gott. Digga, ich hab was gehört, ich schwöre auf alles. Scheiße, 1%. Mein Akku ist fast leer. Also bei Licht. Oh gut, noch einer ist verschwunden.
They're left in some kind of free roaming mode at night. Something about their servos locking up if they get turned off for too long. They used to be allowed to walk around during the day too. But then
Nein, ich
there
hab
was
kein
a
Corona.
night of 87.
Oh gut, Axel 1, Bro.
It's amazing that the human body can live without the frontal lobe.
Da ist keiner.
You know? Now concerning your safety, the only
Die nächste Kamera schon.
the night watch.
Oh, oh, der war da gerade irgendwo. Ich hab's so gehört, ich schwör war das. Okay.
They'll most likely see you as a metal endoskeleton without its costume on. Now, since that's against the rules here at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, they'll probably try to forcefully stuff
Im
you
Gang steht
inside
wer.
of Freddy
Jungs, seht ihr
Fazbear's
den?
suit.
Da steht wer, da steht wer.
Now, that wouldn't be so bad if the suits themselves weren't filled with cross-beam, wired, animatronic devices, especially around the facial area. So you can imagine how having your head forcibly pressed inside one of
Aber
those
willst du mal das Spiel selber spielen, Junge?
and death.
Nein, Bebo schreibt, haha, du Schisser. Oh, er steht im Gang, er steht im Gang, er steht in meinem Gang. Dieser Hurensohn. Ist er, ist er. Oh mein Gott. Ich hab ganz erschrocken. Digga! What the fuck? Mein Herz! Alter Schwede! Digga! No way! Alter! Spielen wir mal deine Nacht, yalla. Junge. Ja, fortsetzen, bla bla bla. Alter, du musst mal nicht schön.
Hello and welcome to your new summer job at the new and improved Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. I'm here to talk you through some of the things you can expect to see during your first week here and to help you get started down this new and exciting career path. Now, I want you to forget anything you may have heard about the old location, you know. Some people still have a somewhat negative impression of the company. That old restaurant was kind of left to rot for quite a while, but I want to reassure you, Fazbear Entertainment is committed to family fun and above all, safety. They've spent a small fortune on these new animatronics. Facial recognition, advanced mobility, they even let them walk around during the day. Isn't that neat? But most importantly, they're all tied into some kind of criminal database so they can detect a predator a mile away. Heck, we should be paying them to guard you. Now that being said, no new system is without its kinks. You're only the second guard to work at that location. The first guy finished his week but complained about conditions. We switched him over to the day shift. So, hey, lucky you, right? Mainly he expressed concern that certain characters seemed to move around at night and even attempted to get into his office. Now, from what we know, that should be impossible. That restaurant should be the safest place on Earth. So while our engineers don't really have an explanation for this, the working theory is that the robots were never given a proper night mode. So when it gets quiet, they think they're in the wrong room. So then they go try to find where the people are, and in this case, that's your office. So our temporary solution is this. There's a music box over by the prize counter, and it's rigged to be wound up remotely. So just every once in a while, switch over to the prize counter video feed and wind it up for a few seconds. It doesn't seem to affect all of the animatronics, but it does affect one of them. And as for the rest of them, we have an even easier solution. You see, there may be a minor glitch in the system, something about robots seeing you as an endoskeleton without a costume on and wanting to stuff you into a suit. So hey, we've given you an empty Freddy Fazbear head. Problem solved. You can put it on any time and leave it on for as long as you want. Eventually anything that wandered in will wander back out. Something else worth mentioning is kind of the quirky modern design of the building. You may have noticed there are no doors for you to close. But hey, you have a light, and even though your flashlight can run out of power, the building cannot. So don't worry about the place going dark. Well, I think that's it. You should be golden. Check the lights, put on the Freddy head if you need to. Keep the music box wound up. Piece of cake. Have a good night, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Jetzt nicht mehr, Mann. Das wird zu crazy, dieses Spiel, Digga. Das Game ist so gruselig. Digga, glaub mir, wenn du das spielst, du kriegst einen Herzinfarkt. Warte, wenn ich zu dir komme, gehen wir auf meiner Account und wir spielen beide dieses Spiel, okay? Okay? Machen wir das? Machen wir das? Okay. Soll ich meine PS4 morgen mitnehmen? Hä, warum? Du hast den Monitor. Und wir können dann zusammen FIFA 21 und alle Spiele zocken. TQ, GTA und alles. Zusammen. Wir können sogar bei dir zusammen GTA spielen. Einer auf Monitor, einer auf Fernseher und wir zocken zu zweit GTA. Und ich bringe mein HDMI-Kabel mit. Warum? Admin. Warum? Soll ich das neue Spider-Man spielen? Soll ich das neue Spider-Man spielen? Admin? Okay, ich spiele FIFA.